How's it going, everybody? It's me, ya boy, TheLastRasputin, and today we've got a beginner's guide to Mad Maggie, the latest legend. This will be the first in a series where we go over legends, their abilities, overall strengths and weaknesses, and more. But before we get started, I wanted to thank everyone who enjoys my content. It's an honor to create and you guys make it absolutely worth it. So if this video gets 100 likes, I will learn how to tap strafe. But without further ado, let's jump in. Mad Maggie, the Rebel Warlord. Maggie is a Salvo mercenary, part of a group called the Cracked Talon. She grew up with the lovable Walter Fitzroy, better known as Fuse. Both fought the Syndicate to free Salvo and gain its independence. Eventually the two parted ways as Fuse wanted to chase the fun and excitement he left for the Apex games. Maggie, however, continued the fight and sabotaged Fuse's entrance to the games in hopes to show the Syndicate's weakness and spark flames of rebellion. Might as well call her Katniss Everdeen. Eventually the two reconciled their differences in the comics and Maggie would be captured and put on trial. Her punishment? Death by combat. She was forced to enter the Apex games. Maggie is a unique legend who falls under the offensive class with two passive abilities and a kit sure to keep your opponents on their toes. The Tactical Riot Drill. Firing a drill into an object will create intense flames on the other side, burning all who dare not face the warlord head on. When held down, it adds a UI called Depth and will give you a number based on meters and color as to how effective the drill will be on that object. The larger the object, the higher the depth value, the lower the damage, and vice versa. Small cover will allow for high damage output, making her an effective counter to rampart walls, Gibby domes, and doors. This is sure to shake up the current Gibby meta. When hitting enemies directly, it will cause small damage and bounce off, activating in the ground, so don't waste it trying to hit your opponents in the head. The passive ability, Warlord's Ire, as mentioned before, has two perks. When dealing damage to enemies, she temporarily highlights them, making them easier to see. This does not apply to her teammates, only she can see the highlighted enemy. This effect lasts approximately 1 second. Many have been confused while playing the new LTM Control at release of Season 12 thinking the enemies being highlighted were from Maggie on their team, but it was confirmed by a dev that that was simply a solution for differentiating enemies. Her second passive is massive. She also moves faster with a shotgun. This essentially gives her the same movement speed as having a weapon holstered. Currently the only other way to have similar movement speed without holstering one's weapon is other legend abilities and specific movement techniques. To have this as a simple passive is powerful. Pair it with her ultimate speed boost, she's certain to give even our Octane mains a run for their money. Next, her ultimate ability, Wrecking Ball. Maggie throws a large ball that drops small speed boosting pads and then detonates near the enemy. For full effect, you're definitely going to want to drop this in small rooms and hallways when enemies are near. It is also quite effective in engaging in a fight, or if you just need to get in and out quicker. While her passive does not provide scans for her team, it does make it easier for accurate comms when having poke fights. Does your opponent fall back? Are they sticking to that angle? Let your team know. Multiple enemies hit will be scanned as well for Maggie. The ultimate also causes quite a bit of a stun when hitting an opponent. Ever been rocked after getting punched?
Your game sucks!
Well, she'll rock her opponents with great ire and anger. Movement legends reign supreme in the meta. Octane and Wraith fight for top pick rate day to day. Valk has soared to the top since her release in Season 9. I believe with Maggie's ultimate and shotgun passive, she's going to have a strong standing. At the time of this video, she is sitting confidently at number 6, just below Valk. This is why legends like Caustic, Rampart, and Fuse can often be great picks. Broken opponent shields and need to get that little extra damage to finish them, drop her ability on that cover. They either have to try to out-heal it, run out of cover, or risk dying. Having a door fight? Fire to their face is always a pleasure. Her ultimate is the closest we've got to a skill shot ability as seen in other first-person shooter games. If not aimed for an opponent, it will randomly bounce around for a few seconds until it gets close enough to an enemy or burst of its own accord. The stun is strong, but in open areas the chances of it hitting are low. This is why it is a very good idea to drop it in enclosed spaces. While the speed boost pads are great, they do not stack with other legend abilities such as Octane's jump pad or his stim. This gives her little room to provide overall utility to her team, Her kit is largely situational outside of the shotgun passive. Maggie is riding the line of being overpowered and will likely see a nerf long before she sees any buffs. She is a strong solo legend where controlling the tide of a fight means the difference between survival and loss. She is certainly worth picking up and playing if you like aggressive plays and a strong kit. With that, that is the end of our guide. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this legend guide and want to see more, leave a comment below as to which legend you want to see covered next. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. This lets me know you are enjoying the content and want more. See you in the next video. Bye!